One of the things that I absolutely love about growing my own garden is how I can gift things. And so this holiday season, I am going to be making a bunch of different gifts. I always have friends, families, neighbors who are always like, hey, I'd love to try that jam that I saw you make on YouTube. And so I thought, you know what? Let's make some special gifts for the holiday season. All homegrown, all homemade. I have a lot of friends and family that come by and visit, and whenever they visit, they always want to see the garden. And I walk them through and I'm pointing out every single plant, and they're excited for probably the first 10 minutes, but I don't think they share my passion about the garden. But the one thing that they do share a passion about is the things that I create from the garden. And that is any of those canned goods, any of the fresh veggies, the freeze-dried fruit, the medicinals, the soaps, the salves, the lip balms, all kinds of stuff that I create, even like flowers. They absolutely love it. I think that people are just really drawn to naturally created products. And so I absolutely love sharing what comes out of the garden. And I thought this would be such a fun way to share that with friends and family this holiday season. We have 5 gift ideas that we're doing today straight out of the garden. The first one is going to be these infused olive oil and infused vinegar. So I went out and I harvested some rosemary from my rosemary plant. I used to have my rosemary plant in one of my raised beds, but I found that it actually does better in a container with crappy soil because the container dries out faster. And the rosemary just tends to like to be more dry, which kind of makes sense when you think about where it originates from. I wanted to use rosemary because I think herbs in oil make like the best flavoring, and rosemary is so potent that I know that it will infuse very, very quickly, and it just makes like for a really beautiful bottle. It's like decoration all in its own. The next one I wanted to do, I knew I wanted to do a fruit vinegar. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think that a tomato vinegar would have been pretty good too. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't think about that earlier. But I am happy I went with the mulberries. My options were strawberries or mulberries because that's what I had dehydrated or freeze dried. So I was picking between the strawberries and the mulberries, and I just figured the mulberries will, one, fit into these little glass jars a little bit easier than having to break up the strawberries, and the mulberries stain our hands when you harvest them, which is kind of not so fun while you're harvesting them. But I thought for a vinegar, it's probably going to put off that red purple color, and I thought that would be so pretty sitting next to the green and yellow olive oil. And so I was like, oh, let's give it a shot. Now I'm using a white distilled vinegar, but I think apple cider vinegar and the white wine vinegar would also be really good choices, although you can really use any vinegar. And even like mulberries could probably hold up pretty well to like balsamic vinegar, because that's kind of a real strong taste. And you can see right here, it is already starting to turn red. I mean, you barely touch the vinegar to those freeze-dried berries and they are turning bright red. Now, if you're dehydrating, it's probably going to take a little bit longer for the dehydration or the dehydrated berries to soak up the vinegar. Where freeze dry, it's like the minute liquid touches it, it starts to, reabsorb the liquid. So don't be concerned if you're using dehydrated berries that they may take a little bit longer to absorb the liquid than a freeze dried berry. I am not a good decorator, not in our home, not with gifts or anything. So I was really like trying to figure out how I could decorate all these presents so that it has that Christmas feel without, being overboard or not being pretty. And I thought, for these two, I'm just going to do some simple red and green ribbons. I admire people who have that ability. I have never had that ability to like make something pretty. I have been practicing and I have been watching tutorials of how to do things to make them look pretty, but it's just, it's not one of my talents, and that's okay. I definitely go with a more simple approach. Hopefully, the amazingness of the oil and the vinegar are enough to make up for my lack of decorating skills. I have 4 more gifts to go, and so I wanted to go and take stock of what I had in my pantry that I could use for these gifts. So some things I'm going to make, but most of the stuff are things that I've been making throughout the year, and I'm going to package them up So I looked through all of my medicinal type things. So this was the soaps, the salves, the lip balms, the teas, some of the tinctures and facial mists that I make for colds and cough. And then I went through all of my different jams, jellies, pie fillings, you know, pretty much anything that I grew and processed in my garden. I also wanted to do a gift that was seasoning, so I was kind of going through all of my different seasonings, and I have a lot of seasonings. I don't think I realized this until I really started digging through it. I have onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, parsley, basil, different kinds of peppers like cayenne, Anaheim chili pepper, paprika. I even grew those paprika peppers. There was so many different types of seasonings that I've created, blends, as well as the individual ingredients. And so I just kind of pulled them all out and looked at them and thought to myself, should I make like a gift that has a bunch of seasonings, or should I make a gift that is like very specific seasonings? And I kind of landed on the fact that I thought it would look pretty cute to have this like red, green, and white to kind of go with the holiday colors. Also, the first one that you're seeing right here, the white one, is actually my seasoned salt. Everything in the seasoned salt comes from the garden with the exception of the actual salt and pepper. So there's salt, pepper, oregano, garlic, onion, and a little bit of paprika. My husband doesn't care for paprika that much, so normally we don't put a lot in our seasoned salt. Otherwise you would see it's more a orange color, but ours is more of a white color. Now this next one is Italian seasoning. So this has oregano, parsley, and basil in it, and I thought that this would be a great one. This one was actually freeze dried. The other ones were dehydrated, although I do have a lot of those products freeze dried as well. I'm leaning more into moving to the freeze dried products because they hold their flavor so much better. And that holds true with this Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning from the grocery store has nothing, absolutely no flavor compared to something from a freeze dryer, even just things that are made at home. Basil doesn't tend to dehydrate really well. It loses a lot of its flavor. It's so flavorful when it's fresh, but when you freeze dry it, it's actually extremely flavorful. It keeps all of that flavor, which is amazing. Same with the oregano and the parsley. I tend to think that parsley can be a bit bland when you buy it. Now the orange one here, or the red one, what I'm calling red, is actually the tomato powder I made, and this is dehydrated. When I make my tomato sauces or salsas and I'm filtering out the seeds and the skins of the tomatoes using my food mill, I will then take all of that stuff and I will put it in the dehydrator and dehydrate it at like 120, 110 degrees for about 24 hours until it's completely crisp, and then I put it through our little bullet blender. You don't have to do it with the skins and the seeds because I know some people are really sensitive to that, or they just don't want to consume that for health reasons. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother my family or anybody or my friends that I know that eat tomatoes, so I don't think that this is going to bother anyone. But if you are concerned about that, you can actually make the tomato powder with the actual pulp of the tomato and take off the skins and seeds. It's actually what most people do. I'm just kind of one of those zero waste households, and it doesn't bother us or our stomachs or anything like that. So I make it using the skins and the seeds so that there's no waste. And so I put little labels on these guys and just a simple little ribbon, and that is our second. The next gift set we're going to be making is a bath gift. I hate to even admit this, but I didn't want to spend so much money on like this shredded filler paper. I saw it at Walmart and I thought, oh, that'd be perfect for the gifts. And then I looked at the price, and like one little tiny bag was like $3 to $4 or something. And I was like, you know what? I think I could make that shredded paper. So I actually took my Amazon paper packages. You know how they send the paper packages that are recyclable? I took those and I shredded them in my shredder and put this bowl underneath it and collected all the shredded paper. And so I thought that was a nice little zero waste situation as well. And then I'm putting all the different things in here. I have a loofah that I grew. I have multiple loofahs, but this is one of my largest and most pristine looking one. And I put that in there. I put some calendula lotion bars. I put my calendula soap, my lavender soap. I have a salve for calendula, and I also have some essential oils that are Christmas flavored. They're like mistletoe and like cinnamon or graham cracker. All really great stuff. And then I just added a little candle for decoration and this little box for Christmas spirit. The gift that we're making is going to be like a cough and cold seasonal health wellness one. That's what I'm calling it, is kind of the wellness gift basket. I was so excited to make this one because I have so much cool stuff. I have tinctures, I have some calendula lip balm, I purchased some nice fuzzy warm socks, I have these chamomile facial steams that help open with mint in it, so it'll help open your pores. That was a bee balm tincture right there that helps with cough and cold. We have some elderberry syrup that we made together, and that helps with like your immune system. I picked up a pack of like little tissues. These remind me so much of my grandmother. She used to carry little tissues in her purse whenever we would go to church when we were kids. And she always had these little packs, and she just had so many of them. And I thought, oh, if I can get my hands on those, and thankfully they still sell them. I didn't even know that. I added a little container of Purell, and then I added my favorite holiday tea. It was a Christmas tea. Now I made cough drops, but I did not make them correctly. I burnt the honey of the cough drops, so it's definitely something that I'm going to have to try again. But in the meantime, I went and I purchased some honey, lemon, ginger cough drops, the Ricola kind or whatever. I don't never know how to pronounce that. And then I just kind of sprinkle them in kind of like candy. I don't know if this is the best gift. You guys are going to have to tell me, but I just thought it was such a unique little idea, and it is using up a lot of those medicinal recipes that I've been doing throughout the year as one of my goals for 2024. Now this next one is just going to be a little simple jam basket. And so I was looking at, pie crusts or pie fillings and different kinds of jams, and I ended up going with a mulberry jam and a strawberry banana jam. The strawberries and the mulberries were grown in my garden. The next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add a fun cracker, but I didn't want to do a sleeve of crackers, so I found these little crackers that they sell in like individual little packs. It's like a cranberry nut cracker, and I thought that that would be really good with the jams. And so I just simply put some of my shredded paper in there, I put the jams, and then I stacked in the crackers. Those are all the gifts that I made. Head down to the comments, leave me a note which gift would be your favorite to receive. Which one are you going to be making this holiday season? Are you going to be making homemade gifts for your family? I think it's one of the best gifts. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I had fun with you. I had fun making these baskets. Happy gardening and happy holidays.